Just to recap, a trust is a legal entity that can carry on a business but must have a trustee. A trust will have its own ABN to carry on the business. A trust with two individual trustees is completed and signed in the same way as a partnership. As the trustees are individuals, both or all, if there are more than two, must be included as guarantors. Let's take a look at page 1 of the agreement. The full name of the trust, including the individual trustees, must be included as the legal name. You will tick Trust as the customer type. As you can see, there is an arrow to remind you that with a trust, you need to ensure that you enter in the date of the trust's start date. The easiest way to find this date is via an ABN search, which will list the date created. Make sure you write in the ABN. There is no ACN as there is no company involved. That's the only differences that exist for a trust with two individual trustees for page 1. So moving on to guarantor details on page 2. Like we did with the partnership, the individuals need to be included as guarantors. Because there are two individuals, both need to be included as guarantors. The order that you can include them in doesn't matter. So enter the personal details of the first trustee, including their home address and then their contact details. So be sure to ask whether the trustee owns property, and if so, include the estimated value and the approximate balance of the debt. Remember, if they own a different property to their home address, simply write the address in the blank space. Now complete the details for Guarantor 2 with the remaining trustee, the same way as you did for Guarantor 1. If there are more than two trustees, you'll need to include all the other trustees as guarantors also. Simply complete another copy of pages 2 to 5 for the other trustees so that everyone is included. As you can see, very straightforward. Because there are two individuals as trustees of the trust, all need to be included as guarantors. Let's have a look at how the customers have to correctly sign for a trust with two individual trustees. As normal, you will sign the financier's acceptance. Both trustees will sign as borrower, including their names and the date signed. As there is no company involved, you will tick as an individual for both, and then you'll witness their signature. Because both trustees were entered as guarantors on page 2, both must now sign here, making sure you witness their signatures. And that's all for the signing page, so the subsequent sections requiring signatures will be signed in the exact same way as this page. On to the business use declaration. Quite self-explanatory, both trustees will sign and date here. Complete the customer details section, the same as section 1 from page 1. Both trustees will sign, including their names and the date signed. And same as the previous page, both trustees will tick as individuals because there is no company involved, and you'll need to witness their signatures. Now the final page being the direct debit request. As you can see, customer name from section 1, page 1, then enter the bank account details of the trust or the business's bank account. Both trustees will need to sign. Make sure the signatures are also dated. And this completes the agreement for a trust with two individual trustees.